Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Tashana, hostess with the mostest. Let's get into this. So, originally we were supposed to go into manganese, right? Today. Yesterday, this topic that we're about to discuss was supposed to actually be for yesterday. The creator had told me, but I wasn't sure if it was like me just wanting to say it or if he was like, no, actually go ahead and talk about it. So I stuck to the schedule, tried to do another element from, the periodic table in the transition group, the transition metal group rather. And then today he said, no, say it. Okay. So, and this is going to seem cliche because I went to a concert and the conversation is fueled, right, from me being in that environment. But I can assure you that it's connected, all right? Your dreams, your goals, and your desires, good or bad, come from the Most High. The influence, right, depending on the energy, can come from the creator or the other side. Okay. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's just say you have something that you want to do, right? This is something that God has placed inside of you. It could be a dream, a goal, whatever it is. And then let's say you are in an environment that does not cultivate or encourage, right, you to pursue said goals or dreams, right? That would have to be negative influences, right, coming from the other side. And then you get blessed with people and opportunities that will grant you the resources to pursue those golden dreams that comes from the creator. Yes, God does allow all of the good and the bad to happen. Overall, this is character and spiritual development, right? Everything inside of you was a seed planted by the creator. And even if it's something that trickled down from up the bloodline, even if it is something that you have picked up along the way, or if it's something that was thrown at you, the creator grants all of these things. I think there's like this saying, like, God allows the devil to like tempt you or something like that, but he just can't have your soul. It's like something that, it's like along those lines. So pretty much, that's what this is about, all right? When you are warring in the spirit, your goals, your gifts, your desires, right, are all going to be under attack when the creator is giving you the green light to do it. Whether you are meant to impact 100, 100,000, or 100 billion, okay? You have to be prepared for unexpected things. And remember, this is how we can start telling when it is a spiritual, attack. If it's a reoccurring thing, like a cycle, or if it's just out of the blue, right? If it's something that you can gauge, something that you've been anticipating, something that you know is possible, then it's probably like some normal, just everyday life stuff, right? But, and this is not to say that you can't pick up on warfare or, the warfare can't show up as everyday life, because it can. But usually when the attacks are failing, right, they tend to keep coming. It keeps coming, and these things tend to show up constantly in different environments with different people. It's kind of like you get the same loop. It's kind of mistaken, right? As this, it's mistaken as you not learning the lesson. And there is a distinction between the two, but I'm just saying this to say that you have to learn how to identify if it's just a normal, regular, everyday thing versus it being warfare, right? Because you want to know how to counter it either way, whether it's warfare or it's just something that you have to go through because it's just regular, everyday life stuff. Now, the common average person who's just like an empty shell, they are bringing the warfare, right? They are the ones who are the conduits. They are the empty vessels that any side can use. The darker side, the light side, or the neutral side can use to come towards you. But people that God has an assignment over in this realm, in this time, right? Because we have different timelines, we have different realities, different dimensions, right? Your dream state is a whole different world from your waking life, and then who you are in the spirit world is totally different from, the latter. But the overall gist of what I'm getting at is that your concept of your goals and your ideas have to absolutely come from the Creator. Your resources to embark on pursuing said goals, they have to come from the Creator. If you are willing to go out on a limb for something that you decided you want to do, you can't really expect God to bless it unless it is directly correlated to breaking a cycle or a chain off your bloodline or the generation, or if it's something to influence the people in the environment, right? Or if it's directly correlated to your purpose. That's the only way. God don't bless no mess. All right? And mess doesn't always have to be bad, but you wasting your time on something that He doesn't want you involved in or doesn't want you doing. It also, it's, a mess. It's messy, okay? In the spirit world, because you have to remember, we are a bunch of energy, and you can waste your resources by investing too much, in spaces that you need to not be in, right? Your concept of self, your overall idea of yourself has to fit the goal, has to fit the desire, right? And this is all connected to who the Creator is calling you to be, what it is that you're supposed to be doing, no matter how much of a battle it is, no matter how long it seems like it's taking. If you can look back and see your progress, if you can remember a time that you would be responding to something differently, that you would be making yourself available for situations and people and going certain places, doing certain things, thinking a certain way, that is real progress, right? Because a lot of people do a lot of yapping off and talking, but they're not healing, right? Are you putting the work in to get closer to your purpose? That's it. And this can be any goal, anything, whatever God created you for this time, for this dimension, for this realm. Your spirit self in this reality needs to work on whatever is correlated to building the dream. You can't run from it. And the only way for you to really be able to understand Because again, sometimes God doesn't care. He doesn't care if you understand. He's like, just do what I said. It'll make sense when I want it to make sense. But right now, I just want you to do X, Y, and Z. That's why obedience is a beautiful thing, because it'll keep you safe. It'll keep you from wasting resources. It'll allow you to be on track, in the right place at the right time. Which can prevent delays, which can prevent mishaps, which can prevent just an overall loss, right? Especially if we know better. It's a loss if we know better. If you are confused for whatever reason, or if you feel like you still need more time because more character development is necessary, that's different. But the premise of this topic is pretty much your hunt, right? You're hunting. You have to look at yourself as a creature, right? Because you were created by something outside of yourself. And you have to realize that your desires, your goals, your plans, you are on the hunt for that particular thing. And with that said, you have to allow your animalistic nature to thrive. And I don't mean to violate people's space, violate your own moral compass, violate the creator, go against, instructions. No, I'm simply saying that you have to be hungry and humble. You have to be willing to understand that what you're being called to do is going to require you to step into an energy that you are unfamiliar with. It's a new version of yourself, right? And it's not even your higher self. I don't know why people, say that. Your higher self and your highest self is two different entities, okay? Two different energies, two different spirits. But either way, you don't want to be connected to your highest self in this dimension. Why? Because that is a disconnection from this plane. Yes, your highest self is the ultimate version of you, and it is connected to you in every aspect, in every dimension, in every reality, right? But your higher self is a portion of you that is connected to another dimension where you are not dwelling here, right? Your highest self is outside of you, just like your highest self. Your higher self, you want to be working towards that. When you reach that pinnacle, you're dead, okay? So let's stop trying to move faster than we need to be moving. Like, let's just stay focused on the goal, the task at hand. You will ultimately begin to improve and become better by just simply hunting, going on the hunt, right? Removing obstacles, being in the right environment, having faith that the creator is going to make it happen for you, and loving endlessly. This is how you get there. You have to open your heart up. You have to trust God. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust the journey. A lot of people have gifts and talents and goals and desires that they didn't ask for, because it's what God gave them. It's what God wants them to do. They are connected to much more than their own bloodlines, okay? But yeah, your goal, you need to hunt. You need to put yourself in the mindset of a primitive being, and you are hunting, because this is your livelihood. If you don't do what the creator has created you for, then what are you doing? But I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. I do love y'all. Hope y'all drinking your water, eating your fruit and vegetables, and sipping on your own tea, because it's free Love y'all. See y'all Saturday. Peace.